feel that?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Coach, congrats on being one of the last two teams to play for the national championship. Can you just talk about how it feels for your team?
Yeah, we're excited. Obviously, been a great week. Excited for the 12th man. Looking forward to the number of Aggies that are going to roll in town here. It's always special. And super excited for our players. They've earned this opportunity. As you know, we've been through a lot throughout the course of the year, as all teams have that have made it this far. And just ready to play. Two off days is great, but we're ready to get back on the field. So looking forward to practice today.
Thank you. For the first part, let's just have questions for the student athletes. We'll do the first one here, then Eric in the back.
Hi, Travis Brown with the Bryan College Station Eagle. Ryan, how can you? Is there a way to measure what Max Weiner has meant for you this season? And kind of when you think back of how you're a different pitcher because of him, what are some of those indicators for you?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the impact he's had on everybody it's night and day. I mean, to do it in 1 year and build trust with somebody, I think that's super important. Is how quickly you can have somebody trust you and build that relationship. And I felt like he was able to do that from day one. And I think that's truly what's helped us make some steps forward is that there's a total buy-in from everybody down there in the bullpen. So what he's done, I think he's just instilled confidence in guys. I mean, not that guys didn't have it before, but it's a new level of it. He's given you the evidence and helped guys get better, whether it's stuff, but really the mentality side of it is he makes sure that everybody is confident in themselves over confident in their stuff.
Eric.
Hayden, Eric Olson with the Associated Press. You're hurt or a little bit. Jace has been hurt or hurting a little. Braden went out. You guys are pretty banged up right now. How have you guys navigated all this, given kind of the health issues that you've faced for quite some time now?
Yeah, if I'd say one word, I'd just say perseverance. I think it's also a testament to our guys that maybe haven't played a lot throughout the season. It's just that next man up mentality. When you got guys like Caden Kent, Jack Bell, who prepare the same way every day as if they're playing, that's how you have depth, and that's how you have a team that when guys do go down, you can have guys step up. So I think it's a testament to them. It's a testament to our team as a whole and our mentality, but it's just awesome to see as a teammate to have that next man up mentality, for sure.
Okay, we're back there, and we got here, and here.
Ryan, when you look back at, being in Omaha a couple years ago, not playing last year, bouncing back this, just kind of your journey, have you had time to reflect at all? And how does it feel to actually be here, one of the last two teams with, the championship so close?
Yeah, I think being back this time, I've been able to take it in a little bit more. I think enjoy it, and I think just the whole experience of it is a little bit better. Want a little bit more comfortable with it and this group of guys and everything. I think we've just truly been able to take care of business and play baseball, but also enjoy it when we're off the field. And to be one of the last two here, it's super exciting. We're super grateful for it. We've put ourselves in this position and just really excited to basically play a 3-game series and try to be the first one to win 2 games.
Ryan, kind of going off Travis's question, with Coach Weiner, I know there's a lot of talk about dominating the zone and that being a big focal point, but, throwing strikes alone does not guarantee success, speaking from personal experience. How would you kind of describe what he's able to talk to you guys about to, not just throw strikes and you'll get positive results, but, still be able to be effective while dominating the zone?
Yeah, I think the first thing he obviously talks about is dominating the zone because we have to be in the zone first to give us a chance. But other than that, every bullpen we do, it's not like a bullpen's a developmental bullpen. Everything we do is developmental, whether it's creating pitch shapes or cleaning something up. So I think it's because it's so simple and consistent throughout the year. We know what we want our pitches to do and what we want them to look like, and that's what we try to get them to every week. And then once we get that, it goes straight to being in the zone and just competing.
Hayden, have you ever played through an injury like the one you are right now, and just how difficult is it moving around, running the bases for you in these games?
No, I haven't, but also I think it's been overhyped a little bit. I mean, I'm fine. I don't know. We have Jackson back there who's way more banged up and has a way harder job than I do. Jace is pushing through something. I mean, at this point in the year, everyone's pretty banged up. It's just a matter of how bad you want to leave it on the field, and there's no one in our dugout that doesn't want to leave everything on the field, and that's the beauty of it. It's not just me by any means.
Jackson Reyes, Omaha World Herald. Hayden, can you just talk about what it is about the Texas A&M program that just drew you here to play here, and then also just what it means to you to help be a part of this team that made the final?
Yeah, I mean, I come from I actually went to boarding school for high school, and it's all based on tradition and excellence and stuff like that. And when I met the coaching staff and kind of just learned more about A&M as a whole, the student body and the people surrounding Texas A&M, that group of people is so powerful, and they're so supportive. And I think that initially drew me in. And it's been nothing short of amazing during my tenure here. And then obviously you have the best coaching staff in the country, which helps out a little bit. So I think the mix of the people at A&M and this coaching staff, that was the initial drawing. And then now having this group of guys that I get to come play for a championship with is pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, Travis Brown with the Eagle. Hayden, I know you tweeted about it last night. What does it mean how have you been able to balance watching your brother, your brother in the trials, and your family, and how that's all going?
Yeah, good. Watching him on NBC is pretty awesome, man. He's a stud, so super proud of him.
And just how your family negotiated coming here, going there, all that.
I don't know. They split it up a little bit. Dad was here, Mom was there. You know what? I hope that they can come this weekend. He didn't win last night, so he'll have a chance to come this weekend. But yeah, hopefully he gets to come watch. So,
any other questions for the players? Ryan?
Guys, I asked this question of the Tennessee guys too, but these are two of the programs you're like, I can't believe they've never won the College World Series. There's so much history here. How much would it mean to each one of you to pay that off for the people that came before you in the program?
Yeah, I mean, one, I think it would mean a lot because everybody comes and joins this program because you want to win a championship. You want to be the best. You want to beat the best. You want to play against the best. So that's why you come to a place like this. And then, I mean, it would mean a ton. Just the guys that played before us, you see the support that they still bring back. Guys that were on the 22 team, guys that were on the team even before that, like, they care. Like, they really do care beyond their tenure as a player here. So I think just to be able to do it for them, give them a sense of accomplishment, and then also the fans that are here that support us all throughout the year, and excited to see what the 12th man brings this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. To do it for, I mean, I've only been here 1 year, so I'm not going to act like I've been here for 5 years, but to do it for this university with what I've been able to experience this year would be life-changing. It makes me cry just thinking about it. So it'd be so awesome. And then obviously just to do it for this group of guys and this coaching staff would mean the world.
Okay, last question from the players.
Just, Ryan, wondering what you're taking from your start, or what you learned from your start in the SEC tournament against Tennessee and that lineup going into tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, the start in the SEC tournament was a little shorter. I mean, that was kind of the plan going into it, but I think there's some familiarity with them. There's a little bit of, I don't know if a sense of comfort, but I mean, like been there, done that almost. But also we'll have a great game plan written up by the coaches and by our team. So I think it's cool because done it against them before, but also we have to go out and execute this time, and just baseball will take care of baseball.
Hayden, Ryan, thank you very much for your time. You guys can go, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll open it. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll get you.
Is this on?
Go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
Hey, Jim, Tom Chattel with the Omaha World Herald. You had a College World Series program at the previous stop. Is this why you came to A&M to be in the championship game?
No. I mean, we were one game away from the championship game in 2016 at TCU. So we were one game away in 2010 if it wouldn't have been for Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer. But I think at TCU we were in the Final Four a couple times. So I didn't think of that going to A&M because I feel like TCU's a great program. My choice to change was a personal choice in my own personal life, and I'll say it again, as I said it at that time, I wasn't taking a better job. I was taking a different job. TCU's program was ahead of Texas A&M at the time, in my opinion. No disrespect to anybody else, but it was just an opportunity. I had spent 18 years at TCU, 8 years at Tulane as an assistant, so 26 of my however many years were at private schools, and I just wanted the opportunity. If it aligned perfectly, I wanted the opportunity to attack a large state school with the way we did things, and it happened to be at the right time. I think everything has a shelf life, and I love TCU. I truly love it. I bleed that school. Both of my children went to school there, so there was no negative. I wasn't running away from anything. I was more just running to something that I wanted to try differently.
Howard Borden, Omaha. Jim, congratulations to you and Texas A&M for competing for the national championship. We know the ballpark plays big. Everybody talks about the pitching and the hitting. I really like the way the Aggies play defense. Just your thoughts on how big defense is going to be to get that crown to Bryant College Station.
Yeah, I think all phases of the game are important. Pitching, defense, timely hitting. If you get all three, you're going to win. If you get two of the three, you got a great chance. Outfield defense is incredibly important in this ballpark. We're banged up in the outfield. You saw, we had a chance to score 10 runs the other day if it wasn't for Michael Robertson. Is that it, right? The center fielder? He ran down, made some really nice plays out there on Teddy Burton and a couple other guys. So, yeah, the entire thing is important. I know Tennessee's played awesome defense. I think anybody that's made it to this point has done that. But we've caught the baseball. We've pitched well. That's really been the recipe with some timely hits because, I think we've hit one homer, and it was by a freshman in this tournament, and the home run most of the season has been a big part of our offense. But it's an awesome part of it's why you have a great season. You can win games different ways.
Ryan?
Jim, same question I had for the guys. You love the history of the sport. It's amazing that A&M's never won this thing. So
Yep.
What would it mean to finally be able to get over that hump for this program?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. I think, 12th man deserves it so much. They've been so close and invested so much in athletics. We all know the football stories. Coach Buzz has done an unbelievable job. Joni, our women's basketball coach, has incredible things moving forward. Tricia Ford in softball. We're doing great in women's golf. There's so many sports that are doing awesome at A&M, and it would be really cool. It's I think we're the first team to be in the national title in any sport since the 30s, maybe. Did I read that somewhere? So that's even just that accomplishment's great too. But I just love the 12th man is just so special. If I start talking about it too much, I'll start crying because they really are a unique, special group of people that are so supportive, and it would be awesome to reward that.
Eric Olson.
Eric Olson with the Associated Press. Jim, when you saw Braden get hurt there against Oregon on that play at the plate, I guess, did your heart sink on that? And when you consider all the injuries that this team has had to play through, I know you had mentioned the next man up thing, but as far as just the degree of difficulty of getting to this point, given what you guys have gone through on the medical issues.
Yeah, my heart sank. Everything sank in that moment, mainly just for Braden. I forget. I think it was 17. We lost Luke and Baker at TCU a couple weeks before the end of the season, and so we played without potentially our best player on that team at TCU. It happened to us at Tulane in 2001. We lost our cleanup hitter at the end of the year and played to the College World Series on that team in Rosenblatt. So I've been through it before. So I wasn't as concerned for our team as I was just in the moment heartbroken for Braden and Shane Sadeo. And even Jace to have to play, not at full speed and shot. So, and Appel's banged up. So it's, but yeah, you just hate it for them because, barring getting hit by a bus, I'm probably going to have other seasons and these guys don't. They have other seasons maybe in professional baseball, but they have a limited number of seasons in college baseball. So you just hate it for them.
I know you're not surprised at all to see Tennessee here. You've talked about them being one of the top teams all year, but just for a college baseball fan, how exciting is it to have this matchup? Tennessee, your lineup, their lineup, pitching staff, pitching. Just this matchup, Tennessee and Texas A&M.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if we were at full strength. That'd be really cool. But we're also playing well, and I think we're pitching well. And Tennessee is, in my opinion, we didn't play. I watch a lot of college baseball. We didn't play Kentucky during the regular season, but we played them here, and I thought they had a great team. But Tennessee's far and away the best team I've seen, outside of our team this year. It's pitching, defense, so physical, so well coached by Tony and Josh. That's Elander was the captain of one of our teams at TCU that played in the Super Regional in 2012 at UCLA. So it's hard. I root for Josh every game except for this weekend. So Coach Anderson's done awesome. I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, it doesn't surprise me what Tony's done, and not just with his team, but with his entire program as a whole. So, looking forward to playing against them, and that's what you get in our league, and that's obviously what you get in the World Series.
Okay, we got 2 over here, then we got 4 over here. Gentlemen.
Harrison Fan, SEC Unfiltered. Coach Schloss, you've been a head coach for over 20 years and coaching long over 30 years now. What has been special about this group of guys and the staff around it this season as a whole, in just the position you're in right now, being 2 wins away from Texas A&M's first national championship in baseball?
Yeah, I've said it many times, easily the most synergized, is that a word? Just to really have great culture among our coaches, and including support staff, like so talented, energy, work ethic, loyalty, knowledge of the game. Like, this is the best coaching staff, most complete coaching staff that I've been a part of, and had some great ones at different schools. And then the players, pure talent, just pure draftable talent. It's the best team I've coached when you look at it from a draft standpoint. But I think, I've been a part of other teams that have elite energy and elite culture and elite synergy that just haven't, the ball's bounced a different way. Or a guy, in 2016, we were 1 win away from this, and we were playing awesome, and Coastal Carolina had to win 3 games, and we had to win 1, and they did. In 2017, we were playing awesome, but a dude named Faedo shut us out, I think, both games. I think by the same score. So I was thinking about that when we were playing Florida. Thankfully, Alex wasn't pitching. But, I think I've been a part of a lot of great teams. There's a lot of great teams that don't get to play for a national title just because baseball is baseball. And anybody who's ever been around baseball understands that.
Okay, we go in the white over here. Then you're next.
Coach Peter Burnett from the Nonpareil here in Council Bluffs. The pitching that you've had in this series has been phenomenal so far. Shut him down. I'm wondering, especially for Ryan, when he was here in 22, a little bit of a rough outing against Oklahoma, had a really strong outing. Obviously, no hitting through I think 6 innings. What did you see from him in terms of his confidence building from getting that outing?
Yeah, I think he needed that for himself. He's a completely different. He's still the same guy, super intelligent. You've seen him, been around him, hardworking, such a student of the game and all that stuff. But physically, he's just, back then, that was the tail end of his freshman year. He was out of gas, Little did we know he was a couple weeks away from Tommy John surgery. He wasn't hurting at the time, but I think he was headed that direction, it sounds like. So I'm just really glad he got to get back out on the field. And I recruited him hard at TCU. And I remember where I was standing on my back porch in Fort Worth when he told me he was going to A&M. So little did we know that what was coming. But I'm excited for Ryan, excited for his family. He's got a great family and great parents, and hope he can replicate that against a really tough offense tomorrow.
Travis Brown with the Eagle. Coach, how do you manage the pitching, the rotation this week, and what's kind of your thought process on how you get the arms out there?
Yeah, it's a good question. If I knew, I'd tell you. Without Sadeo, we've had to get creative. We had to get creative in the first game with Lampkin. When Sorrell hit the home run to make it 5-0, that made the decision to get him out a little easier because in the game against Florida, because every pitch he threw, I was thinking that's one less pitch he might be as effective with in this upcoming weekend. So we'll see how he feels. We'll see how tomorrow goes. We'll do everything we can within reason to give ourselves the best chance to win tomorrow, and then see what happens on Sunday afternoon. So the pitchers, the other pitchers have been prepped over and over and over again that this is going to fall to more than just the 3 or 4 guys that have pitched to this point. So it's going to take a village to get through the next 2 or 3 days.
Okay, I'm going to try to get through a couple more questions. They've got obligations at noon all the way in the back.
Richard Zane, Texas coach. I believe you said Ryan Prager is going to pitch tomorrow against Tennessee. Do you have a rotation for the rest of the week? And also, what is Chase Laviolette's status after we saw him come out as a defensive replacement late on Wednesday?
Yeah, Prager will pitch tomorrow. I don't have an idea who will pitch the other games. And Jace, he moved around pretty well yesterday. We didn't ask a lot of him. We'll see how today goes. Probably won't ask him to move much today. Just give him every opportunity to get healthy or better at least. But I can't imagine him not playing the field. I mean, even at the level he was at the other night, hopefully he'll be better than that. And if he's not, then we'll have to make some adjustments either before or during the game.
Coach, what does it mean for you and the rest of the coaching staff to give guys who you came here their first year and are only going to have 1 year with you, Hayden, obviously Braden, Jackson, just to be able to kind of give them that opportunity to play for a national championship and not, maybe like a bridge to something else, but actually, make the most of it?
Yeah, it means a lot because, we had to convince those guys. We lost out on some other guys. Had a guy go to another school saying, hey, if I was in high school, I'd be coming to A&M, but I want a chance to win next year, so I'm going to go to somewhere else in our conference. And that was disappointing because I felt like, even though we did play to a regional final last year, we did play in the SEC tournament championship game, so it wasn't like they were coming to a JV program. But yeah, it's just, you're trying to break that stigma and join the club of teams that, are on TV at the very, very end. And so those guys chose to stick with us, and it's awesome to be able to reward their choice, and just ecstatic to get to watch them play. As I told them yesterday, this thing's all going to be over Tuesday morning, one way or the other. Either Monday morning or Tuesday morning, it's going to be over. So at least, most teams don't know when their season's going to end. We're pretty sure when ours is going to end, one way or the other, and that's a gift, and we should be, that's a blessing we should be thankful for.
Okay, Coach, one more question right here in the front.
Jim, you obviously hired Tony back in the day at TCU. What were the things that drew you to him then, and what's it been like seeing the trajectory he's gone on as a head coach since then?
Yeah. At the time, we were looking for a recruiting coordinator after, let me think here. That was when Coach Mazey, I think, left to go. No, I forget. So Mazey left after 2012. Yeah. No, it wasn't Mazey. Yeah, it was Mazey. I was looking for a recruiting coordinator. Sorry. They're all running together. Tony was with me 11, 12, 13. That's what it was. Todd Whitting got the job at the University of Houston after we went to Omaha in 2010 at TCU, and then we hired Tony. Tony was with me 11, 12, and 13. He was well known as just the hardest working, laser-focused recruiting guy in the country. He did an awesome job for us at TCU. Most of the players on that 14, so we went on a run 14, 15, 16, 17, coming to Omaha. A lot of the core players on that 14 team were recruited by Tony. He comes from a great family. His dad's just the greatest dude ever. Great high school coach. I remember used to always welcome Coach Vitello, the father, on our bus as we traveled throughout the course of the year. So it was great having him on the bus and having him around. I love great high school coaches. And Tony, you could see his energy, his passion, obviously super intense guy. And he came from a great family, and he was around. I know he thinks a lot of Coach Jameson at Missouri, and then he got to work for Dave Van Horn. So he was fully prepared to go run his own program, and he's done a great job, obviously. And again, I think it's not, when you go there and watch and experience a 3-game series there, it's not just the baseball stuff. It's everything else that he's done a good job with, which I think is what the best coaches do. It's game environment. It's the promoting your program and everything that Ron Frazier and Skip Bertman got going back in the day. I think the best coaches do all of that, and Tony's done a great job of that.
Coach, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck this weekend.
You got it.